Good afternoon. I'm just sitting out here up in the grass area. A lot of self reflecting lately. I appreciate all the support with starting a channel and finding my niche. I realize I'm kind of finding myself too. I think it truly was from God to go through, my brother's funeral. They say as you're, leveling up, you got to leave your past behind. You look at the generations and you remember what was good, what was bad. And the irony is the people in my family that live, in San Diego where I live, are just the coldest um, individuals, just narcissistic people. And my mother's afraid of her truth coming out, so she wasn't very nice at all. She does that. She pulls the whole, let me try to create some fake clout, to help myself feel better. She's not a good person at all. I realized now that I am filled with the Holy Spirit, she definitely isn't. And I just had to kind of just be polite and, same with, some of my other family members. My siblings, it was hard. Um, but the irony is, my point is the family that flew in, I have aunts and uncles and cousins and that live in Ireland, Dublin, and as well as Europe. And they were just beautiful people. I haven't seen my nana in years. I hadn't seen, some of my favorite aunts and uncles. And we just laughed and laughed and we ate so many different foods. I was excited that they made things that, I haven't had in years and years. Some authentic puddings and Irish stew and, corned beef. And so I was just eating and I didn't take any pictures or whatever because it was kind of, emotional a lot of the time. But and it was just reflecting. It was looking at, oh, okay, this is this and that's that. Kind of like letting myself know. My grandparents actually overcompensated. They definitely knew their children were, you know, low lives, not going to really do real well with themselves, let alone parenting us kids. So I did learn valuable lessons. In fact, I'm so grateful to my grandparents because if it hadn't been for them, I would have probably been a very different person, darker and, just not as loving and forgiving as understanding as I am. One of the really important lessons my grandma said to me and always stuck was if you tell the truth from the beginning, you never have to remember what you said. When you lie and you tell stories, you have to remember the details. And usually the story changes, because it's a lie, it's not the truth. So, as hard as it is sometimes, especially if you make a mistake, is, telling the truth. Living in my truth, I feel so confident. I feel so assured of, it's like fearless. I don't have anything to hide, literally. It's freeing. And when you look and you hear and you sit around other people, you realize who isn't, sitting in their truth. And, because I didn't want drama, I just was very polite and still very, hugs and kisses and friendly and, small talk. But I had some great conversations when I was doing the eating with my cousins, and they're like, "You gotta come." And I was like, "I've never been outside of the U.S. except, of course, TJ, but that doesn't really count." They're like, "Yeah, come visit. We'll eat our way through the through the country." And I just was clacking up laughing, going, "I absolutely want to. I want to plan a trip, and I want to go to Ireland, and I want to go to England, and I want to see places, that I've never seen and meet different people and different cultures and different foods and, the music and the traditions, the beliefs, You know, it's inspiring to know that that could be a specific goal for me, is to plan to travel and to see life on the other side, of the planet, really. Um, so anyway, it's me kind of just taking all in and realizing, okay, now I see, why this stuff happened. While I'm, trying to make decisions for myself for the future. What is it that I want for myself? What is it I want for my kids? What is it I want for the next generation? I want to leave a legacy. I want to leave, my truth, and it be, in some way an impact, because I'm writing my book. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for the people that do support me. And it's so important to have people that genuinely care about you. And it's peaceful here where I'm at. I'm just looking at the leaves and the grass and thinking, okay, now I got to get into my niche of cooking. What is it what I want to do? I don't want to do something, the same as everyone else is doing. So I want you guys' opinions. I was thinking, what about like mukbangs? I've seen those. And then like maybe have conversations with different people. And then maybe obviously with the traveling, I would definitely do some of that too. But, not just doing same old, So it's kind of like feeling things out, as far as what I want to do, and, feeling my feelings. I'm told you got to feel your feelings, and boy, I was having a whole lot of feelings with these family members, and, putting my brother to rest. Um, but it's August, so we're getting towards the end of the summer. It's going to be the fall, and I have some great ideas for the business, and I just got to figure out, um, what it is that I find interest, and I write a lot of notes down. I'm thinking maybe cooking something that I hadn't cooked before and see how that works out. Um, Even I did with Whittle. I wish I would have taped it. I'll definitely do it again. Where we cooked a lobster together for the first time, like an actual, whole lobster. And, I went and got it at the store, and then like I put it in the water and it started squealing, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, why is it doing that?" I'm like, "It's supposed to do that, it's supposed to do that." And it was just her reaction to it. I mean, even mine, it was like really cool experience. And I was like, oh, I wish I would have taped that. Sometimes I have really cool food and Whittle moments that I'm like, see, now that would have been good to tape. So I'm going to make a point to set up a camera or a phone in the kitchen, right before we do something. And then, if it doesn't work out, then, or maybe it's, you know, not something I do want to share, I can make that decision. But it's being brave enough to record it all, and then you can edit later, right? All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay, bye.